Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. And
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
the Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our... It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive... With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best
Well, that's us for sure.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village, but the problem is, they don't know the myth.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission...
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice... Besides, putting up a commission requires a process. In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village.
All right then, let's go! Paimon's starting to get really... We made it to Vimara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this can...
Hello there. You looking to buy something?
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a...
Ah, so you're here about that, then. You're not... To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name?
I don't know. I really have no clue.
Okay, guess you're real...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions. I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information. We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did. At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think.
All right, specifics aside.
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even...
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the...
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. There aren't many young people like him nowadays. So genuine.
Could he have just moved away without telling...
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye.
Huh. All right, thanks for the info...
It's that guests I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy...
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy with my failing eyesight. I'm afraid I can't offer much about his... I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed to... He would often take time to visit the elderly. And whenever someone had something on their mind, as the village chief, I owe him many...
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about...
I'm ashamed to admit it, but...
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try... Well, Traveler, what do you think? Paimon thinks so too. Like, the name thing. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his... Wait, so you're saying... Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one.
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here for—
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot.
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me.
Is this the place? Under this—
Yep. I know it doesn't look like— We used to always sit together under this tree, and I was actually adopted by the people of Vamar. I was surrounded by such good people, and
Alone?
how should I— Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Really? You know exactly how I feel? Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well, no matter what came my way, I knew I could— He was so thoughtful and pure. Ever since he disappeared, there's been some— No, none of those things
Wow. Did he ever tell you anything about it?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw— Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village.
Still not much.
Look at me. Talking your ear off. The last time I talked this much in one— Come to think of it, time always passed by really slowly.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, look at those hilly trails. The Abyss Order. Uh-oh, we've been spotted! This way through.
Useless.
Ninjutsu! Make yourselves a room! I see everything!
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up.
It was no trouble!
Now that I think about it, they seem agitated and would often attack anything.
Maybe the Abyss Order really— Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vamara Village. Wait a second. The person— It's Dainslev!
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then.
Yep, see you later! Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's—
It's hardly personal. Oh,
Ah, so you're here to investigate—
naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose? No matter. It may have taken you— The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly—
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive.
Still, the hilly trail activity is causing a lot of problems.
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly and you shall have them. Don't worry. There should be So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara Village. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity, and that is certainly not much to go off of.
Right! That must...
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you? I sense hesitation in your words. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinner, his name is Vederfolnir. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my king.
Your brother?
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Kanria. The wise Roptatir, the visionary Vederfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter, the foul Sertalogi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir. No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget them.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertalogi is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vederfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one...
They were once people of great esteem in Kanria. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. 6 of us. Together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy. Indeed, if they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the... Of course. As I said...
So, Dane, what have you been looking...
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osile and make a goddess?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that the eye was integral to their plan. Yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, there are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late.
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the... Based on the intel I've gathered so far,
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your sibling. My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series...
Wait! Then our commission here in Vimara Village. The person...
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigate... Oh, so tired. Well, let's go find Dane. Hey! Dane? Hello, Dane? Did something happen?
The missing person from your commission.
Oh, young guy? Early 20s?
There appear to be certain memories in my... Memories?
Maybe...
No, it wasn't a dream. And I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with...
Indeed. and it appears he possesses the ability to...
Wait then. All the memories the villagers had, but why would he do something like...
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning,
Well, it's sort of true.
that their goal is still to obtain the Eye of the... I am the only person who knows its location. Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't... However, considering their single-minded pursuit of... Come with me. We must check whether...
Oh, so you're going to take...
Of course.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Hey, wait up! Everyone hold hands!
Evil conquering! Worthless! Go!
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Committed to...
Useless! Go! Bombs away!
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism. Ah, the door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here! Ninjutsu! Gotta dash!
Lament! Here! Foreign! Worthless! Here!
This may hurt a little.
Perish in the storm!
Committed to memory.
Useless!
Isolation!
Grow!
Go! Wipe out!
And devour!
This may hurt a little. Come on out!
Disappear! Here! Worthless! Here!
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. Now that they're in the vicinity, we
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that?
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that.
You too. Do as I say. Use that. The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer. I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safety and that of the Eye? That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on. Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago?
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrine. At last, they no longer need. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed.
Did you hear that? What was that? It sounded so gentle. Oh, this is weird. Let's check. Looks like the same thing is happening over here, too.
You see, we're both still. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, sleep well, Father. Sleep when you awake, that which differentiates.
It almost sounds like a poem or... Well, now that the Hilichurls have calmed down, Vimara, let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should make my escape. Grandpa Medea, is everyone all right? The Abyss or...
The Abyss Order? This is the first. Thank you for your concern. But as far as I'm aware, it's been business as...
Well, that's... Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing...
Someone?
Huh? Well, you know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. That's kind of the whole reason we're here.
Ah, I do apologize. At least right now, I can't seem to recall what...
But how is that? Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased? You're right.
Boring! Someone's gone missing?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier, he's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm...
Oh,
Really? You remember?
there aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing? Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he... Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memory?
If we really did travel back to a time before... If this person only...
Right. Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone... Just like how you entered your sip. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before... Right. If he's someone... But didn't Bayron just say that he's Who knows how long this ley line Good idea. That'll help us... We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Like, does it maybe leave...
If time was allowed to... All the memories seem... No. If time was allowed...
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That's the tell of the fake The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be like there could be overlappers. That's why he makes sure the...
Dainsleif had memory... No. The color of the sky.
Oh, right! That's
Come to think of it, every time we talk, time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt...
Yep, that has to be it! Yeah, that's
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. It's okay if you don't.
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman. You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, right! This version of...
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need.
Another time, huh?
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Born into abject sorrow. You're Kari Bear Alberich.
Oh, you know me? That's quite the surprise. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? This is Atosa's memory. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message. I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who... it's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, but despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the Loom of Fate in truth. I died the moment the person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant. As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving in its primitive form. It can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes strong. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories, but it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world. Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. After all, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world, as if... Why would I do something so mean? But I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiet, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life, even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's opinion. I know. But there's nothing if I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with this. I know. Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with. Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the Loom of Fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess Captain Dainsleif has had the eye, and his plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye. That's right, because in his mind, before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain, I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already, in the face of everything they could be planning. I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and you remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my Hilichurl form, to comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world, where I had that story managed to dispel my fears. My goal was simple. To use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form to implant a specific memory. In that memory, I would tell them a story. I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. But now, the bedtime story.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time. Karibear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. That bad, the one against, I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years. The loom of fate, huh? I stood before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria. There's been not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. However, the heavenly principles will awaken. You could say that. Just look at Karibear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of, even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied. So ask yourself this. Who was it? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles. Ether?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, there's just one thing I have to ask. One thing why? Why can't we continue our journey?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me. Well...
You mean...
I miss you too, Ether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother. This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memories.
You're only telling me that...
Still so sleepy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said, oh, and Dane came by just now? It looked like he was in... He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya. Let's think for a second. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember. Wait, really? Well, what happened after that?
Ah, there you are.
Hey, Ram? You sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't, so there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said, according to him, one day around dusk he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and there he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and and after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is, and we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least, Paimon wonders how Atosa's doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't, Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so...
Oh, it's you two. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Curry Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. He always seemed to appear out of nowhere, and now he left just... If Curry Bear wants me to forget about the time we spent together, then I'm willing to try. I relied on him for a lot of things, but I'm sure with enough time... Okay, I'll admit, I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye? You don't need to... It's just like Curry Bear said. It's the things we overcome that... And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll... Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promise...
Well, that should be it, right? Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell... a picture? Where'd that come...